Draw the curtains, dim the lights, let's start the show. Another week of Upland news, let's fucking go. Every day in Upland there's a stream for you. Different types of players and their points of view. Saturdays are for the Clue Crew, and we've got a lot to chew through, keeping tabs on all we can and sticking it to the man.
I'm not your lawyer, your banker, or your mother. Do your own research and make your own damn decisions. Welcome to the Clue Crew, where each week we discuss the various news, facts, and rumors. We're putting our heads together to solve the mystery that is Upland. I'm Scoopy. With me again is Cernus. And how are you, Cernus?
I'm doing fabulous. And yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. Question for you, because I knew you'd heard the audio before. Did you hear the theme song just now?
I did not.
Me neither. Okay, I didn't, but I think they did, because the green bar was lighting up. Every week's an adventure. Every week's an adventure, because you came through this time without me messing with it, so I don't know. What's up, everybody? And I titled this episode Happy Yule. It's not Yule yet, but by the time we're done, it will be. Tomorrow's Yule, and we tend to go past midnight, at least on the eastern seaboard where I live. So that's what we're going with. Also, I came up with the title about 2 minutes before. Yeah. The rest of the holiday season, spoiler alert, every episode's going to be like this. There's going to be zero prep until I'm able to get home before like 7 o'clock. There's no prep. Because I'm not giving up my movie time. We watched Murder on the Orient Express tonight. Fucking fantastic. Not going to ruin the twist for you, but seriously, if you ever get a chance to watch Murder on the Orient Express starring Albert Finney, it's also got fucking all-star cast: Sean Connery, Ingrid Bergman, Laura Bacall. I mean, awesome.
Very nice.
Yeah. Good shit.
I have the book.
Oh,
I haven't read the book.
Agatha Christie was cool with it. It was like the only like adaptation that she was like, good job. Except apparently,
Wow.
she thought they could have made his mustache bigger. And after seeing it, yeah, but like still. Anyway, back to Upland. Oh man, what a week! Things have happened. We got Singapore.
Indeed.
Finally. I'm pretty happy about this. I'm not like particularly huge into Singapore, but I've got 3 properties so far. I'll probably get a few more. But we've been waiting for Singapore. Some of us have been waiting for Singapore for quite some time. It was, as I recall, like largely speculated as going to potentially be the first international city way back when.
Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. Would have never guessed.
Oh, hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. Sorry. Anyway, no, with Singapore, I could be wrong, but I wanted to say I remember it being suggested as like a lot of people thought it was going to be the first international city because of like the way it for a lot of the reasons that it's cool and that we're glad we're getting it now. It's an international hub. It's a city state. It's in between a lot of international territories, and I think that like there was like even like some imagery that like was speculated that could have been like a harbor in Singapore or something. This is years ago. I could be remembering wrong, but
yeah. Okay.
Anyway, it's here now. Well,
yeah, it's fine.
A little bit of it's here now.
Part of it. Poquito.
About that much.
13%.
13, but what do you think of that? of them doing these. I mean, what's the since they've started doing these types of percentages? What's the largest that we've seen released?
Well, the other thing is, what do you think about the prices? I think those go hand in hand.
So I'll be completely honest. I haven't paid attention to the prices. Not on a personal level. I read the article. Um, I've not been like looking at them. I was able to secure a curated bundle and a low price bundle, and I've already got my three. I got a pass, and the mint price for that's I think like less than 40,000. So I'm probably gonna pick that one up just because it's reasonable. Um, so but I've heard rumblings about the prices,
Sure.
and I looked at the
Yeah.
article, but I can't look. They gave us. I've been saying this all week in the cafe because it pisses me off every time they do it. They give us the total number of properties, about 20,000. They give us the minimum Ubix price, which is like what, like 8K, something like that. But in the article, wasn't
It's
it?
the average that's the issue.
No. Yeah, I'm getting there. But the minimum was like 8K or something. I'm wanting to say.
Yeah.
Um,
The
uh,
ceiling.
yeah,
In
yeah.
a way.
Well, yeah, that was floor. Ceiling was 8 million. I may be getting the floor wrong. Anyway, point is, yeah, average was what, like 195,000.
That's not. Yeah, that's right.
Right.
That's
Okay.
right.
I don't have an issue with that because I can't make fucking heads or tails until they give me the median. None of that means
Right.
shit to me until there's 20,000 properties. None of that means shit to me until you tell me as well the price of property number 10,000. Like,
Right.
without that, oh, the average? Well, okay, you've already told me the fucking ceiling's 8 million. You can offset, and like that can be so fucking misleading. So I need the median before I'm making heads or tails, and that's why I say that I haven't been paying attention. I can't make an estimate based on that, and I've not been looking for myself.
What I'll say is that all the central juicy areas of Singapore were like 100K or more plus. Everything that was in the outskirts was like the 20,000, 10,000 or whatever. But it was just one big central area where just everything exploded. That's kind of how that played out. But yeah, we need a median or something, or some better clarity of where the prices are going to be. So yeah, it was. I did the whole mint bundles, all that, but I went to Singapore and minted 0 at the release. I think it's the first time I've ever done that.
Well, I'm sure you're not alone, given what I'm hearing about the rumblings and prices. And then, in my opinion, that's compounded by I saw it today in general chat. Somebody complaining because they were like, "What the fuck's with all these reserved properties? Everywhere I go, it's already been reserved. Like, how am I supposed? Like, did the whole city get bought?" And I explained to them like, no, that's just how the past property thing works. It's a pain in the ass. You have to cross-reference a property with this list before you send there. Why it's not visually distinguishable at this point in the game, not entirely sure, Upland. It's
There's been
stupid.
plenty of feedback about having a different color for those, but
yeah. Well, any feedback you make sure you want to put on Nolt, because that's exactly. Look, I know. All right, guys, I know that's where, but sometimes. Anyway.
Oh, it's been posted there too.
No.
Surprise, yeah.
That's why I said it in general, but then again, I guess I really should make a Nolt about it. I think what we need to start doing as a community is the people that make the Nolts need to, and it's going to take a little bit of effort. I'm sorry, but you got to do it with yourself. But look at the archives, right? And like see if you can see if this has been brought up before. Only, unlike on internet forums where you're supposed to therefore not make a new thread, use that and be like, all right, take number 47. we're trying this again since it's already been archived and still
Right.
not fucking done.
The problem is with the whole archiving, it really closes out access to finding these things. If they kept it still on the main page, it's much more searchable. So, yeah.
I'm sure that's not intentional. No, but seriously, okay, I mean, let's just think about general psychology. The average person, your average reasonable person on any sort of feedback form, any feedback form for any sort of issue, technical issue, whatever. All right. And they see a list of issues.
Right.
And then they see a section marked archived. They are going to assume that means case closed, case resolved. Not the fucking case here. It just means time's lapsed and you didn't, and well, you know, yes, time does keep going. That is how it works. So it's bullshit. Yeah. So anyway, it's yeah. I dislike it, but that's what we currently have.
I would love if they had more pressure to take up certain issues. The way it's formatted, where they just archive it, and then it doesn't come back until it reappears in another conversation, is just kind of, there's no pressure, there's no upvoting the way it used to be, you know, where you try to get as many as you could, or, you know, you try to cross-reference other feedback posts. All of that excitement is no longer there. It's just, okay, we filter it out, filter out. The pressure to solve for the issues is not quite there anymore. It's just, okay, left, right, like Tinder, basically. What they want, you know. So
anyway, but yeah, so that's my current plan is I'm going to, the next time I submit a feedback, whenever, if ever that happens, I'm going to try and remember to first search and then be like, all right, take 12. Let's see if we get the going this time. Maybe this is it, Polanski. Ew, why was that the first directive that came to mind? Ew. Ugh.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing too is in terms of the concern about you know, past property, is this release, there's so much that still is unminted. So it's so much more buried in, it's so much more buried in the mix where the past properties are, because they're all hiding around a whole bunch of other unminted properties. So it's like, you know, and then there's that people who are flying all the way to Singapore still to mint something, only to find that it's not mintable because it's a past property. So anyway, it's just the way it is.
It is indeed. It is indeed. Well, I want to take just a second here and get the game going. Which, okay, so I've not yet gotten I've been getting pretty good caught up on most of my prizes between this show and the Extra Life stuff. I've already taken the Tilia. I've already submitted. You know what I'm saying? I've already moved one to the other.
Gotcha.
And
cool.
I do still need to get the seeds from last week, which I have in my account, and I'm gonna get those out this week. I've got my nurseries up and running, so I'll have those reserved for the relative people. And
Seeds are another interesting topic.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that in just a second, actually. And I've also been minting more seeds here and there. You know, I guess generating, but it feels like minting more seeds here and there. And anyway, we're giving away more seeds this week, and I will be listing just all of the seeds at once, probably tomorrow. Yeah, but we're doing new Nickelodeon All Stars Battle Royale, and I'm gonna pick the people right now, and also it's gonna be on a random page. Oh, and this time it's going to be all flowers that I give away. All flowers.
Cool.
What kind of flowers? I don't know. Neither do you. Damn. All right. We got some new ones. Let's get Squidward in there. All right. And now we're gonna add. Oh fuck yeah! Angry Beavers. Love Angry Beavers. All right, now we're gonna add like that. I like that it's also labeling for them like right there for me this time, so that I can keep track. Oh fuck yeah, rock steady. Yeah. Oh, this is good stuff. This is good stuff. Good stuff. All right, and Mr. Krabs. Yeah, 2 SpongeBob characters, but yeah, SpongeBob's awesome. So yeah. All right. So y'all know how it works. Put it in the chat. Who you're going with, and we're gonna get that going right now. 3.
Don't put whatever.
Yeah, don't put whatever. That doesn't work. That's very clever. All right. I think that's all I need to press. We'll find out, I suppose. Back to Singapore.
How much is minted? I'm checking right now. I'm curious.
I'm already got it up. We got out
Okay.
of a total of so unminted is a total of 55%, just over 55.7%. And that's going to be 9,471 properties. They said about
Wow.
right. Okay, here's what I don't fucking understand. They said about 20,000 properties. I'm seeing total 17,014. You mean about 17,000
Yeah.
properties? Why would you round
I
up?
think this has happened before.
Why would you round
Yeah,
up 3,000?
Yeah. You know what also could have happened is that it was so unminted that they decided to lock a bunch more. Oh no, but there's only 26 locked properties, so that wouldn't explain that. I'm
No, there's a shitload
no
reserved
idea.
right now. There's a shitload that's currently reserved because of the pass thing till Monday. But yeah, I guess only 26. Well, yeah, I don't know. Very interesting. Let's see here, and yeah, anything else going on with it? Where's it? Your Southeast Asia adventure begins. It isn't just a city launch celebration. I mean, you know, I'm not saying Singapore's not these things, but it's more of the same type of verbiage that they use. Trying to see what. Oh, here we go. Official treasure hunt tier 1. We got another tier 1, but right now it's tier 3. And I gotta think that frustrates people given how slow they are to actually. I mean, you know, they say you'll get there eventually, but have we seen an actual upgrade yet? Like all the way up to 1 for one that's planned?
No. And I think they need to just not do that anymore because it just makes the most metropolitan world iconic cities look like they're second class. It just doesn't make sense as far as interest and hype and building and noting and everything else. I think there's really no point for it.
I mean, what was the first one that was it Tokyo?
Tokyo and London.
Tokyo and
And
London.
the reason was because they were so small that people were just milking treasure hunting. But they've nerfed so many other features that if they took out the whole tier thing with the demotion of tiering, you still can't go past like 50 hunts without like breaking the bank when it comes to the spawn fees that are now like 750 epics in a tier 1. So, you know, there's no reason for anyone to be super concerned about the whole tiering. So, yeah, just make it tier 1, make people happy. That whole system needs to go away.
Yeah, I mean, so the first one was Tokyo and London, like you said. When was that? How long ago was that?
That was 2 years ago.
Okay. So I want to make sure because I haven't paid it. I don't always pay attention to everything, and especially time gets away from me. So that I'm clear. So in 2 years, we've had.
Just to be clear, it's actually 2 years and 8 months.
Okay, so
Closer to 3 years.
let's just say 2.5 years. So for 2.5 years, we've had this upgrade system where you're introduced at one tier and you're going to be upgraded eventually to this other tier. But we've not, in 2.5 years, the Mount Everest of tiers, no one's actually reached the top. That's a long amount of time for nobody to have reached the top. Like that's damn. That's bleak. Bleak. It is in the bleak midwinter.
London was released in April 2023, so that's where I was going with that. But the whole tier upgrade thing was probably around 2 years. It's still okay. So it's yeah, no, but it's you're that's the whole thing. Yeah, it needs to. Okay, it was November 2023, so still 2 years ago that they made the change. Yep. And it says, I'm looking at it right now. With 40% or less of the total intended properties, the city will experience a reduction of 2 treasure hunting tiers. Between 41 to 70% of the total intended properties, the city goes to a reduction of 1 tier. And it's not until they get to 71% of the total intended properties that it becomes the intended treasure hunting tier. So, I mean, London with supposedly like 1 million properties once fully released, you're looking at 700,000 that we'd have to get to. We're not right now with the way we're now doing micro expansion with evolution. I've now calculated that it might be close to a millennium before we actually get fully released in London. I'm not even that's not even hyperbole math. That's actual. The actual rate now is about 1,000 years to get to it being fully released.
Huh. Well, that's not good. And I'm sure that they don't think. I don't know, man. Yeah, they gotta figure something out with that. I'm also seeing here it says about 20,000. Actually, it says about 19,800. So
it's basically the same.
And
not 17.
Yeah, but then does total properties not include for sale? Because for sale is 1,200. No, for sale is 1,200. Not that still wouldn't account. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Numbers. I've never met the man. Don't know how it works. Whatever though. Oh, Tio, yeah. Do you not know that? Yeah, no. London is that's a thing for Cernus. That's it's kind of like me for capitalism. I'll keep bringing it up here and there. I'll pepper it in. Anyway, so okay, I'm noticing here as well percent of FSA properties because I know I'd heard people say like no FSA properties and I hadn't really thought anything of it, one thing or another. But I find it says none for this opening, which implies that like there could be more for a future opening.
I can see that because there's 13% minted. I mean, 13% of the whole city has been released, and I'm gathering the main areas were in this release, right? Because we had like downtown and all of that. So probably the rest of the 87%, I'm guessing, is more rural-ish metro.
Yeah, I
maybe
don't,
like I don't know.
Anybody know Singapore well enough to weigh in on this? Were these the good areas, or are we still waiting for the sleeper hits? I don't know. But yeah, we have. But yeah. So future expansions, which yes, nope, we're done. At this point, that's kind of just like, what would the answer be, as opposed to no? You either released the whole fucking thing or you haven't. But all right, I'm getting petty with that. I'll admit. All right, so we got it. Standard stuff. We'll get collections as they happen till they're fully minted out, and then the final reveal Tuesday, January 13th. Locked, repriced, reopened. Good luck.
Yeah. And possibly some very expensive repricing.
Oh, potentially, sure. Especially because who knows when the next wave will be. I'm just like with Rome. I'm patient. Singapore's cool. Maybe I'll do research on the next round. Rome's cool. Maybe I'll do more research on the next round. I will say they do it's the opposite of FOMO. I'm not sure they understand how marketing works.
Right. Yeah.
No, I'm being a little facetious there, but did you get a collector's pass?
No, I did not.
All right. I always get a pass just because I collect the passes. I've been loving this Merlion aesthetic. Fucking cool.
Okay.
No, I just think it's cool. I want one of the block explorers, but I'm gonna wait and see if cause last I checked they were going for like 80,000. That's more than I'd like to pay. If it gets down to like about half that,
Sure.
I'd maybe go for it, about 40 or 50. But
Yeah.
cause it's pretty cool. Is it up here? Yeah, this guy right here, Vaporwave Merlion. He's half lion, half maid.
Okay. Very nice.
Or I guess half Merlin. Holy shit, Merlin. It's a wizard. I'm making that canon now. The Merlion is like Merlin. He's a wizard. Calling it. Yep.
These block explorers look like I love the detail in them. It doesn't look quite as AI, if that makes sense. It looks a little bit more
I agree.
like it was well intended.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, I like them. The bridge, I'm not as crazy about. Of the four, it's very easy for me to peg the bridge as my least favorite, just because while I'm sure it's amazing in some capacity. Do what?
It kind of looks like a brain.
It looks like a brain.
The way they.
Oh, right on.
A brain.
I think I pressed a button on my controller, and now has the 0 always been flashing on the screen?
I'm good here.
No. On the game.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, well, fuck it.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Oh, controller disconnected. Fuck you. Just play. I'll leave you alone now, controller. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to upset you. Ugh. But yeah, it looks like a brain. No, I can see that. Right on. I think that the tower looks like a martini glass.
Okay, I can see that too.
I think the light blue looks like the liquid inside of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Or even like a crystal.
Yeah. But overall, the vaporwave aesthetic, cool. Tight. I like it. Did not get the deluxe bundle. You're not gonna get me with another coffee shop, and that's only available in Singapore. I'm sorry.
Right.
If they had made it all of Asia, okay, all right, sure, I would have gotten it then if it was continental.
Yeah.
But just Singapore, nah. The Kapatiam, sure. I'm not even gonna. Yeah, I don't know. What else did we have that happened? Oh, apparently, Wonderland Ornament Challenge returns. Okay, I'll be completely honest. I saw like an announcement or something and said, "Oh, it's another ornament challenge," and I have slept on it completely. So, is there anything? Do you know anything? If there's anything different about it that's like worth talking? Are people upset about it? Happy about it? Are there changes?
The ornament challenge?
Yeah, is it worth talking about? I know shit about it.
I don't see a lot of people yapping about it in Upland Discord that much. Um, I assume it's kind of the same as it typically is season by season. Yeah, I'm looking at the prizes.
Collection structures. That's a lot of
You get like a
numbers.
block explorer here and there.
Like I haven't really paid attention to the past ones either. So I'm looking. So it's like, all right, I'm seeing a bunch of numbers. And I don't know if they're good or bad. Am I Chat? Tell me. Am I happy? Am I happy or am I mad? You tell me. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, it's a diskette. It's an old fashioned like a diskette block explorer.
Oh yeah,
Like
like
a
old
floppy
floppy
disk.
disk.
Yeah, floppy disk. Oh man, or as the kids today call it, a save icon. Oh, that hurts, doesn't it? Doesn't it hurt a little bit?
Getting too old.
Yeah, I remember taking computer class and having to bring in $3 to pay for the floppy disk that we were using to save our files while we were like learning PowerPoint and shit in 6th grade or whatever. And like fucking first day of it, every single year, the teacher dude would take one and to show us how like fragile they were. I don't know why he did it, but he'd break it in half and rip out the actual disc thing inside to show us what it was, and then like be like, all right, now you're responsible for these. Don't do that.
Right. Tia Lewis is asking, how do we get that one?
Well, to get that lovely save icon block explorer, all you need to do is place 25th or less. It looks. I'm assuming this is a Wonderland block explorer.
Yeah, that's the way I'm reading it as well.
Yeah, I mean, usually when they do these paragraphs, the block explorer right below is the prize. Now that's a weird name for it, Wonderland block explorer. But I don't know what else it would be referring to, so it's got to be that. And yeah, so just place 25th or higher in this ornament challenge, which is based on
I would never think of a disc.
Yeah, me neither, dude. I'm not getting it either. Yeah. Nah, but that's not necessarily true to you because you got to look at it this way: you're not getting it as a reward. Secondary market's always open. There's always a chance that me or you will be able to see this in the secondary market at a future time and an opportune moment and go, all right, I'll buy one. Yeah. That's a wrap. Oh, I see what they did there. That's a wrap, like Christmas wrapping presents. Clever Upland. Clever wordplay. All right. Let's go ahead and finish out the news. And by news I mean articles. Service structures. We finally got banks. I kind of thought it would either have already happened or would come with some sort of announcement that made it special. I don't know. I always thought banks would be a bigger deal, and more than just included in. Okay. Let me put it this way. I thought banks would have gotten the kind of fanfare that the construction vehicles did. Like,
right.
I don't know what exactly, but I thought they'd get something just by the nature of this is fucking Monopoly. Like the Monopoly vibe has been baked in since the beginning, and you just introduced the bank. Feels like you missed an opportunity. Personal opinion.
Right. It's like the economy, finance, everything. So many financial vehicles, logistic vehicles. I mean, so many things go through the bank. You would think, now here's my next question though. Are we going to see next like a Federal Reserve Bank, the Treasury?
Ooh, I like that. Fort Knox with the gold. Actually, Federal Reserve. I'm sorry. Sorry. I cut you off. I'm sorry, man.
But that could possibly explain why they're not doing much with the bank. If it's just a very low level financial structure, I don't know.
There is, I suppose, always the chance too that they add in a corresponding vehicle, a la an armored car for gold and cash delivery. I don't know. I mean, I see those cars every now and then. Actually, on my lunch, at a gas station where I park at to pop in and get some stuff. Every now and then I'll be there when the whoever's in charge of either taking their money or refilling the ATM machine or whatever, and I played enough GTA to know the score. I know what they're doing. Yeah, they work in twos and everything, and. Come on, we've all thought about it. Anyway, so I of course got all three. The bank looks like yeah. So it's a branch. It's very clearly just a local branch.
There's nothing too exciting about it. Well, let's just put it that way. It's just a brown bank.
Well, I think you're fucking dead on. I do because like we have the fire station and the headquarters, police station, headquarters, post office, and distribution center, which is awesome. So this is clearly a branch. Next, we're gonna get Bank HQ or something. Yeah, I think you're right. Maybe we'll get something more on the. I don't know. What would it be? Like a statement? What's the big boy version of a bank branch? Corporate HQ?
Corporate HQ. Again, a treasury or a reserve, but also a mint as well.
Yeah.
I don't know what the. Yeah.
And then we got the real highlight, the planetarium. I mean, obviously, I'm excited about the distribution center, but dude, you ever been to a planetarium? Did you ever go to one as a kid, like as a field trip or anything?
I have, yeah.
Yeah. And see, this is one of the things I really like about Upland is like they do these things, and and sometimes it's shit like this that makes me nostalgic. I'm like, oh fuck, I remember going to one of those. Sit back, look at the ceiling. Stars everywhere. It's all calm.
This reminds me too of in Las Vegas, the whole the globe, the sphere.
Yeah. Okay. I've not been to Vegas, but I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So that's cool. Then we got the distribution center. Which, however big it is, it's not big enough. Those things are fucking huge. And I'm gonna go ahead and say, I haven't gone to any distribution centers, but that's way too clean looking. There's not, things are all organized. And, I don't know, I don't trust it.
Is this really a thing still, post office distribution centers? I don't even know how the post office even works anymore.
Don't worry, you're not alone. No one fucking does, unless you work there. That's why people say what's like. I say it's like a really boring secret society. All right, you join it, and there's all these secret rules, and you don't learn them all at once. You learn like a couple every year. I'm 10 years in, still learning.
Okay.
And then after at least 30, you retire.
Well,
very nice. So I hear.
Okay.
I have. It's one of those things where it's like that's what they say they're doing. I haven't gone to check on them.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Interesting.
Yeah, no, the distribution centers are very much a real thing, and no, it's when you send a letter. Welcome to Mail 101. When you send a letter, your mail carrier takes it, puts it in their vehicle or satchel or whatever, and they eventually, whenever they're done with their day, end up back at their post office. As you might imagine, they return their vehicle. And so, like, when they return their vehicle, all that outgoing mail gets put together and put on a truck, and that truck goes to the distribution. that goes here. All right.
Oh,
So
I see. Okay.
that's your post office. That's the post office in the city next to you. That's all the post offices, okay? So for an
Mm-hmm.
area, like for a district or whatever, they all go to this guy. This guy works on getting it as to his brother, his other distribution center, that's as close to
Mm-hmm.
you or to the recipient, to whoever's to Johnny. Susie's sending a letter to Johnny. They try to send it as close to the distribution center as close to Johnny as they can. That then in the
Yeah.
morning gets sent to his local post office, gets put in his carrier's hand, gets put in his mailbox. It's
It's all
very
about
fucking boring.
logistics of scale. Yeah. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm following. Yeah.
So in that regard, Upland's doing it's a very it's a great blueprint for Upland because it ties in perfectly with what I'm talking about of making sure you have something but making sure they're spaced appropriately. Having these right next to each other would make zero fucking sense. Honestly, you shouldn't even it wouldn't even make sense to have two in the same neighborhood.
Yeah, what if two properties right next to each other, two different distribution centers?
Right.
Oh boy.
Oh, we've lost some viewers. I think that I bored people too much with my mail talk. Oh, by the way, actually, hold on. I actually probably should say I am not a representative, and I am not speaking on behalf of any government agency, least of all my employer. No, I'm serious. There's been talks about it recently about us on social media and shit. I don't know what people are doing, but like just to be clear, I am not speaking for fucking anyone but me. I want to be clear shit about that. All right, sorry. But crazy times.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it for that. That's it for the news. And now for sports. Now for seeds. Current cost is 23.96 Sparklet, which fucking shout out LeBan on the ball with this. Have you seen this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh! First day, I mean literally day one that we have this shit, I'm thinking to myself, it is a pain in the ass that I have to search for a nursery, go there, press the button, then I see, and then I decide. If only there was a place I could go to just check. LeBan apparently is out there somewhere like Superman going, huh? And then just like, God fucking A. Oh, I love this feature. So like I wake up and one of the first things I do is I'm just like, well, how much does it cost right now? And if it's less than 20, I'll get a few. Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
So
prices have been pretty reasonable, that's for sure.
Well, it's been up and down. It looks like it's been going a lot of back and forth between. I feel like the last few mornings it's been about 12, and that seems to be the lowest.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently it's literally when people are sleeping, which makes sense.
Yeah.
But right here, highest is 24, and I do find it. Now compared to the wild swings that we were seeing, 12 to 24 is a way less wild swing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 1,000.
Yeah, from min to max. Even if as a whole, I mean, just yeah. No, so I wonder. Do we have the figures here on how? Yeah. So that's 2,000 in the last 24 hours. I've not been paying attention, so I wonder how much of that is because fewer people overall have been generating seeds, leading to a lower trend.
I'm sure that there are some who are kind of like, they overspent so much in the beginning that they're kind of a little jaded already, if that makes sense.
Right. But not everyone. I mean, shit, in the last 24 hours, Glitzy World has generated 953 seeds. They've spent just under 11,500 Sparklet. Which is gonna be at 2 cents a Sparklet, I don't know, what, like $500? If you carry the one?
Certainly not cheap.
No, yeah, which I mean, but there's a lot of people that are going all
You
in
get a
on
lot
it.
of seeds.
So yeah.
Yeah. More power to them.
Yeah, yeah. I think I think in it by and large I'm generating between like 5 and 10 a day.
Okay.
Cause I'll go in, and again, if it's under 20, I'll go in and I'll do 3 or 4 maybe,
Hmm.
and then eventually the price will go up and I'll be like, all right, I'm done. Come back a little
Yeah.
later, check, but
Hmm.
not doing enough to get on the leaderboard. Gotta step up my game.
Oh, that's on athletics, right? Leaderboard.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's got all the good shit.
Who's the number one in Upland for seeds? The seed guy.
Well, so okay. Right now, it's showing top generators of the last 24 hours. I don't know if there's a way to change that to be, like
Okay.
across the whole
That's
time
the
frame or
big,
whatnot. I'm not sure.
the big A of seeds.
Yeah, so I'm sure there's a way to find out. I don't know it.
Mhm.
Um, but it's updating in real time. It's live. It's awesome. So
Cool.
check it out. Let's see. Actually, I haven't even really checked like what I've gotten. Again, I've just been pressing the button. I've been on a really good flower run lately. I've been getting a lot of flowers, which is pretty righteous. Flowers, cool. I like flowers. I'm gonna build a whole build. I'm gonna build a flower bed, or I'll plant one if I want to be conventional. Um, yeah. Let's see. I got 2 orange daisies. White tulip, yellow rose, sunflower, lavender, white tulip, lavender, red rose. Which I'm going to be giving away some of these tonight anyway. So, yeah. All right. Well, what else do we have? We got seeds. We don't know what we're doing with them. Let's see if I missed it. I feel like I'm missing something that happened.
Well, there's the asset search.
Oh yeah, you're right. The asset search is
Is a time
live.
that. Hmm.
It's literally right
So
here in front of me.
I I haven't really seen what the big change is, to be honest. I don't know if I haven't really deep dived into it yet. Maybe somebody else can walk me through
Well, I
what
mean,
I'm
the
missing.
way the way the way I understand it is it'll make moving assets and shit a lot easier. It's that same issue of being able to like you still can't move more than one at a time, but at least now you don't have to scroll. Now
Oh,
I can just
can
I know I
find
want a
your.
Santa one. Okay, first I have to
Hmm.
turn on my keyboard, which that's step one for everybody. Turn on your keyboard. All right. Now, once your keyboard is on, you can type. Oh,
I
look,
see it.
I got
Okay,
Santa
yeah,
hats. All right.
very cool.
Um.
Now I can search all my pianos. Okay, yeah, that
Yep.
makes sense.
And presumably, you can do it on other people's as well. So if you are making an offer on someone, if you've worked out a deal,
Hmm.
I'll trade this for that or such and such.
And you have to go through 1,000 of them first.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So yeah, I mean, it would have been a lot cooler if they hadn't announced it a week ago.
Hmm.
And to be clear, I am not like getting on them for it being like late. It's not
Hmm.
late. They announced it early. I keep saying, do
Yeah.
the Steve Jobs thing, and it's available right now. That's how you do a
Hmm.
fucking release. God. Damn thing. This episode of the Clue Crew is brought to you by Gießen New Zealand Rosé. Because why not?
I'm convinced.
Yeah, damn right.
But it looks good.
Yeah, well, I was always a fan of rosé. Rosé was always a favorite of mine, and about knocked it over.
Got a nice sweetness to it.
Yeah. Now see that's why you use a coaster. I accidentally tapped the glass, spilled a little bit, but don't worry, coaster's got my back. Of course, now the thing is stuck to the coaster. Okay, all right, easy does it. Time for a taste test. Oh yeah, that's good. All right, cool.
Hit the spot.
Oh yeah. And, you know, they always say like de-alcoholized or 0% alcohol, 0 ABV, whatever thing they want to do. And that's great, but I want to know. But
Yeah.
I would be curious. Oh, what was it before? You took it down to 0.
Well, the game keeps saying 0 too, so it's all everything's 0.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, what else do we have going on in Upland? Collect my earnings. The seasonal tasks. Because that's still a thing. Which was what, right? Just mint in Singapore and do 1-page send.
Yep. My question is whether with the season pass, when do you have to buy it by in order to get credit for, what is it, that wild card? Do you know that yet?
I
It
guess.
doesn't say in the announcement.
Well, I mean, right, but the season pass generally, it's like, you know, nothing stupid. It's season long, so it would start when you get it, when you burn it, and I guess it would last all the way to the end. And the way they would handle that would be, so all right, we know the season ends on January 15th. Let's say all the tasks except for
Is
the
that when it ends, or is it the 31st?
No, it's January 15th.
It's the 30th.
The season always starts on the 1st of a month and goes to the 15th of the next month. Then 2 weeks are off. Then the 1st of the month to the 15th again.
Now here's the thing: is that the snapshot for the whole influence score thing and the resident score is on January 15th.
Well,
I was hoping to know whether I, met the goals before I decided whether to buy the pass at the end, if that makes sense.
Right, no, but
hoping...
I'm looking to see if they clarify here. Wildcard, token, season, fusion. That's to get the fusion pass. Yeah, I don't specifically see it saying January 15th here, but every season so far has been 6 weeks on, 2 weeks off.
Right.
So if they
so okay, yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, I guess really what I'm saying, if they did that, it's gonna fuck up their own schedule. So I don't know.
I just feel like they should have done the final snapshot for the whole resident influence scoring. Do it like January 10th, and then you potentially get a whole bunch more buyers of the season pass who just want to buy it only for the wild card purpose at the end.
So
I guess I'll have to look on the 14th and see, okay, well, I'll probably not make a certain goal and decide whether to buy it ahead of time. So.
And TID, if you're talking about January 8th, that's to get the fusion pass. That's not for the end of the season. Although, if I'm right about it being January 15th, it's exactly 1 week before the end of the season. So But in any event, yeah. Um, the point I was making was in terms of the season pass working for as a wild card. I would just assume that like if all of the weekly tasks were over and it was only the season long task, then it would still work for those because those are
Yeah.
at the end of the yeah. But so maybe it's January 8th this time. I don't know. Um, Upland highlighted. Oh, okay, whatever. Sorry, the screen told me Upland highlighted something. I don't know why Upland's on my screen highlighting things, but sure. Okay. Yeah. Why not?
So
Sorry,
are
I'm
we
making mouth
getting the weather
noises. Here
again?
we go. Found it. Yep. Yep. A snapshot. Oh, wow. Why am I trying to knock over my own screen?
Oh
A
yeah, go
snapshot will
back
be
to
taken at the
unifying
start
it.
of the season on Monday, December 1st, and a final snapshot on Thursday, January 15th. If either number is increased by one
Yep.
or more, you'll complete that mission. So this is so yeah, it's got to be the January 15th because that's when the final mission is. Um, which how you doing with your uppies, with your yields and your not your the with the numbers? That bad, huh?
Continue to, yeah. I'm doing every task except those, and now it's just a question: do I just like buy a ton of service structures and properties with residents on them at the end, or I don't know.
That's my plan. That is legitimately my plan, actually. Yeah. So my influence score has gone up. It's actually gone up 6 already, and I've got a couple other structures rented out. So when they finish, that'll probably go up even more. My problem is that I've gone down like 11 uppies. Um,
Hmm.
that's my own damn fault. I'm pretty sure it's because of like other deals that I've made, and it just happened to they happened to involve uppies. And I wasn't paying attention, and frankly, I don't give a shit. My plan was always going to be, um, honestly, I would rather be out uppies than influence score, because with uppies I
Mm-hmm.
can just go check. Oh, are there uppies here? How many? All right, that's for sale. I will buy that. And my plan is to do that
Yeah.
like a cut like 1 maybe 2 days tops before. So January 13th or at the earliest. I'll just go in and grab some.
Yeah.
Because I already missed one task.
But at least with the uppies, you know exactly how many you need to buy property wise. But with the
Exactly.
influence score, it's not very clear, how many you have to
Hmm.
buy. So
That's exactly why I would rather have to do uppies. Yep. You hit it.
yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. Um. But yeah. So that'll be January 15th, and I don't mind doing that task. I'm a little. I hate that I missed the one of the like the very first one with the ornaments, but just didn't get around to it in time. And
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna get my 15%, but yeah, I will still be able to get that sweet ass block explorer, that Julius Caesar vaporwave guy. Did you see him?
You
Or
see who?
the block explorer you get if you complete all of the or if
Oh no, I didn't. No.
yeah, it's this guy. It looks like a bust of like Julius Caesar or somebody, but it's
Oh yes, that
all
looks amazing.
yeah.
That was fantastic.
That
I love it.
I will admit that and the completionist badge is enough for me to be like, all right, thanks for the wild card. I used it on the ornament, but now I've got to get the uppies. So they really backed me into a corner with this one. You son of a bitch,
Right.
Upland, you son of a bitch.
So your thinking is, don't worry about the. Well, you still got you got to get both the influence score and the resident one, right? And then get the wild card to
I have to get.
knock out the structurally.
I already
Yeah.
have. Yeah, I have the wild card. I've already used the wild card, basically. Because
Okay.
I missed
Yeah.
the ornaments
Mhm.
one, I've already used the wild card, so I have to hit
Right.
every single task. I've already
And the influence one too. Yeah.
yeah. Which how many are left? Um,
Oh yeah. Good question.
because
I
we
think we're
had.
halfway about.
I don't know, all right, so we had ornaments and sales. Then
Mm-hmm.
and we've got the 2 season longs. We
The treasure
had the
hunting.
single one that was treasure hunts, and then now we
Mm-hmm.
have these two
The
for
two
Singapore.
for
So
Singapore.
there
Right.
are 2 left, 3 left.
Okay.
How many fingers do I have? There are 3 left. It's been a wild fucking time, man. All right. Yeah. So we have 3 left across. Let's see here. Like fucking like 4 weeks. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3.5 weeks. So they might just do 1 task a week for the next 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
That would line up fine, unless they're either gonna have to do that or there's gonna be a 1 week taken off, where there's just no tasks.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess we'll see which way they go with that. What do
Yeah.
you think? What do you think they'll do for the rest of the tasks? We have 3 left.
Hmm.
What do you see? We've
I
already
feel
had a
like
city
one
release.
of them they're probably going to do something with Singapore again. It seems like there's always, whenever there's a city release, they want to get you to go back one more time. Is what I've noticed. Or it will be at least the treasure rush that you got to go back for. There's that, and then I think probably don't know. I don't think we're going to have troves just yet, but maybe another map asset one.
Yeah, I guess they could. They did the ornament one, but we haven't had a map asset one.
We're like so excited.
We also haven't had a racing one.
Oh yeah.
Doctor. TID's got a good point. Could be like like start X number of builds in Singapore. Could be
Mhm.
that. Could be. I mean, I don't want to get my fucking hopes up, but maybe Sparklet Wars. Have it in Singapore.
Proceed.
You know what? I'll buy.
Yeah, or something.
I'll buy more properties in Singapore if we get another faction-based Sparklet War there.
Very nice. Yeah, that could be one way to get the minting to at least 50%.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh man, they gotta announce that sometime. If they don't announce the next Sparklet War
Mhm.
by the start of next season, I'm just gonna start just starting shit. Like, cause
Mhm.
it's fucking ridiculous. I mean, they delayed it, alright, fine, and I'm trying to be patient, but like I preferred the faction based one, and I've been patient now through multiple PvE wars, and now a delay. We
Mhm.
took a vote. We took a fucking vote, and that vote said that we would play merry-go-round with the different options of Sparklet Wars.
Right.
Keep your end of the bargain. Come on. Just
Yeah.
can I have this one thing? Alright. Well, I got pretty much nothing else. Although there is still 20 minutes left on the Nickelodeon game. So time for just speculation and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think the next city will be?
I think we are finally due for a city in Africa.
Ooh, I like that. I keep waiting for Casablanca.
I think we're very much due. Um, hmm, South Africa, maybe
Huh? Huh.
Egypt.
Egypt would be
Egypt, I
cool.
think. Cairo. Hmm.
I'm wondering when if they're going to do anything tying a city release to the seed generation, like to seed releases, new
Hmm.
seeds. Which have you seen the chart that people have for the seeds for like the different climates and
I have.
stuff?
Hmm.
That there's a lot there, and I don't know what to make of any of it.
Well, so you can make, for example, that what's rare in one city or one area may be common in another area. So it's not like collection properties where they're universally rare, So you have to be mindful of some of that. And then, um, yeah, and then there's certain seeds that, you just generate in certain areas only and not other areas. So there's some trying to piece that all together. Yeah, I don't know what to make of um, you know, if we go to Africa, what
Right.
plants are there, or what seeds? But yeah, I
Well,
don't know.
I mean, I know it's not technically Africa, but the jungles of India have fascinating flora and fauna. Um,
Hmm.
and then of course in Africa you have you've got the safari and whatnot, and um,
Right.
so which I mean, you know, cacti. When we gonna get cacti?
Hmm.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. But anyway, so here's what I don't understand. And maybe it's obvious and I just not getting it, but the limited rare ultra rare based on cold
Hmm.
mild and hot zone, this is based on the rarity of of generating that particular seed, right?
Hmm. Right. Hmm.
So there's no barrier to taking a seed that's standard in one area but planting it in another area.
That's what I like. We can like I can buy an ultra rare seed that's standard in another. You don't have to go to like a different meta venture or anything. It's just as long as again you own a property in the city, you can buy wherever in the whole area and then move the seed wherever. You don't have to. It's not. It's not region locked.
Right. Yeah.
So.
That's I if the like if the seeds can be freely transported
Right.
and the rarity is only on their germination, not their planting or on their generation, not the planting of them. I don't understand what the point like what is the point there like that people who try to get a rare somewhere are just rubes? What do I don't what
I feel like, yeah, I feel like cargo and some kind of like import tax or something would have made this a little bit more interesting. Or like if you had to transport them, the seeds, and it would be a cost to ship or something, that would make it more interesting on the whole rarity aspect. Now it's kind of like, well, yeah, technically they're rare here, but you can buy them globally with no cost increase or anything. Just get them all the way over to a cold climate from a warm climate. Who cares?
yeah.
So yeah, I think there's got to be some kind of barrier to um, all that cross pollination of
No,
seeds.
maybe this is going to come into play on the next wave once we actually are able to plant them because
Hmm.
if it's if it's like hard it would not make sense if you could just plant a bunch of things in a climate that it's rare to generate it there, but it's okay to plant it there. But when we get the opportunity to
Mhm.
plant them, if they apply that same type of rarity, maybe it'll be like rarity parity. Like it'll be
Mm,
equal. Like maybe that's what it'll be. Maybe
Well, and that's the question. Does it rare seeds? It's rare to generate their seeds, but I would also think I would argue that they're also rare to germinate such seeds in a climate where it's rare,
hmm
right? So, like, you're not going to create a bunch of cacti in the north in a cold climate. The
No.
seeds would be rare, and it's going to be very rare to germinate them too. It's going to be You're not going to have much success doing that. So I think there's kind of a double whammy as far as the rarity. Like, okay, a purple tulip, yeah, you could probably it might be rare in certain climates, but yeah, you could probably still grow a purple tulip in just about any climate as long as you keep it warm and such, or greenhouse it.
Right, and that
But
yeah, that's what it's all going to boil down to is what is the planting process? Are we going to be able to greenhouse
right,
it to a capacity? I
yeah,
would, I mean, maybe I'm just thinking pie in the sky, but I would love it if they did like, you know how you got like racing power-ups that are released every week, right? I
hmm
would
yeah,
love if if that type of thing was applied to the planting process. Like if
okay,
you had a chance of getting fertilizer or a chance of getting water or a
hmm
chance of getting this or that and you're trying to slot those in to the plant to like keep it going. That kind of resource
they're like
management.
potion.
Yeah, yeah, like potions, yeah. So
Yeah,
'cause, like that kind
yeah,
of resource management, that would be a type of gamification that I could really get on board with.
yeah. At least it keeps you on your toes and makes it a little bit more
Right. And so
incremental and progressive.
to that end, a flower like a purple tulip, maybe it's just just more of a pain in the ass to fill those slots.
Yeah, true. Yep.
It's all yeah.
We
We're
shall
just
see.
waiting on that next stage.
I think it'll be this sometime early 2026 is what I gathered. So maybe February, March. We shall
It's
see.
I mean, this is supposed to be tied to STEM, right? Because we're supposed to be at some point getting our program switched out for STEM.
That I'm curious when that will happen. That I am not too sure.
Yeah,
Do you think there's any possibility it'll be crypto?
I I doubt it. I highly doubt it. I yeah, I'd like that, but no, I don't think so. Um,
Well, they just announced. Another little micro announcement is, they now have the Sparklet in the store for $5
ah,
unlimited.
yep.
Well, they also announced they're going to have Protum for sale in the Upland store, kind of in the same vein. So it's kind of like they're sort of taking Protum by hand with
Mhm.
Sparklet and kind of doing similar things. So the trajectory is sort of, I don't know. You never know.
No, that's a really good point. Let's talk about Sparklet for a minute.
Hmm
So yeah, they're offering these $5 packets of Sparklet, which was announced almost
hmm
like simultaneously alongside our ability to spend Sparklet to generate seeds. Um,
Right.
and I have to think that's not a coincidence. This is their way of
hmm
ensuring that nobody is ever in a spot to be like, oh shit, man, I'd
Right.
spend money to
Game
generate
over.
more seeds. Fucking here you go. But then also,
Yeah.
it still allows them to keep someone else from gaming the system in that capacity should there be a huge swing in the price.
True.
You can only buy $5 at a time. So,
Yeah.
alright.
I've heard some worries about um, some people being able to take advantage. I don't know how effective that would be because you still have to hold what the sparklet for 2 months before you can really do anything with it. So
Uh, I don't
like if you put
know.
it in
I've been
game, you can't exit it for 60 days. You have to spark it
so
for 30 days, cool down for 30 days, and then you can
right.
port it out.
Yeah, so like, cause like I've been giving away Sparklet as you know, and I've also
Hmm.
sold a little bit to help pay for some like bills and stuff. But like, um,
Hmm.
I also had a lot for a long time, like going in. So I haven't reached a point where it's like where I've hit any walls with that. But I guess I might at some point, and I'll just have to. Um, well, no, actually, because I still DCA, so I'll just whatever. Anyway, point is, yeah, you're right. There's only so much you could game that on a short play. I guess on a
Right.
long play you can make it really. Ultimately, it's just a smart investment. But then, yeah, again, and then in that case, what are you doing? It's no different than on an exchange spending. If you're pressing that $5 button 200 times, that's no different than spending $1,000 on an exchange in one click.
And you're not getting the best pricing either with
No,
the
you're
five
not.
dollar one.
No, you're not. It's not terrible.
Yeah.
It's not terrible. But when
Right.
it at least I remember I did the math when it was first came out, and it hasn't changed. Which that's another thing. We're still waiting to see how frequently the price is updated. But it's been
Okay.
212 since it was implemented. So
Hmm.
yeah, is it
Hmm.
weekly? Is it biweekly? Is it when there's is it based on a certain percentage of swing? Who knows?
Sure.
We'll have to.
Right.
It's not like Upland's gonna fucking tell us. But yeah, wouldn't that be nice? We'll pay attention. We'll figure it out. And
Hmm.
in the meantime, it does ensure, like I was saying, that anybody that's ever in a position where they're like, shit, I want to generate more seeds. That's a good price. You can always spend $5 to get it.
Yeah.
And it was like a 50
Hmm.
cent. It was like you got like maybe 50 cents like less worth it. Like you got like 450, 460.
Right.
Wor-
Pretty close. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a convenience fee, you know? Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. I did find it funny though that they made it. They notated it as unlimited
Right.
for the sparklet when there's you know max supply of 1 billion.
Right.
But
Right.
yeah.
Now what's gonna happen to that pool of Sparklet that's currently being built up from all the Sparklet being spent on this seed generation? Well, we're gonna have a vote on that sometime,
You think we
maybe.
will have to
Sure.
vote?
I don't
A vote
fucking
to the vote.
know. I don't know. I hope so, but I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see. I really do hope so. I, if I had to predict, I would say yes, we'll have a vote. No, we won't be allowed to nominate the choices for the vote. Yes, the choices will be somewhat varied, but they won't
Mhm.
be. But they'll also be somewhat vague, leaving Upland a decent amount of wiggle room regardless of what's picked. And at the end of the day,
Yeah.
will all be subject to consideration. We don't we've not had a true vote yet. I don't foresee that this will be the first
Mhm.
one, but we might get it still,
Yeah.
which
Hmm.
is better than not
Yeah.
getting it.
For sure. Yeah.
you know. So yeah, um, but I do gotta bring up an issue. Why the
Yeah.
fuck? Why the
Hmm.
fuck is $5 worth of Sparklet in the Upix tab?
Versus.
Well, we have an extras tab and a specials tab. And I'm like I really want Upland to think about that and not
Mhm.
fall into the trap
Oh.
they've done with their updates and announcements channels where you have a dozen places that all basically mean the same
Yeah.
thing and you're just picking and choosing where you're putting your stuff. Like, what is an extra
That's
versus a
true.
special? What is, I mean, when the Sparklet sales happen, they're not in the Upix tab, they're in the extras tab. So, like, now,
And the produms and the extras, so you would think Sparklet, and it's not Upix. Yeah. No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
that doesn't make sense.
personally, I think they need to reformat the whole UI. They now sell
Hmm.
so many different types of things in their store here that the
Hmm.
old UI doesn't work anymore, and they need to just scrap it and come up with something new. Either that be like a
Yeah.
separate tab for Upix, Sparklet, and Protum, or you could have it done by like tokens versus objects, so, like for the blueprints and shit, like blueprints in one, Upix, Sparklet,
Yeah.
and Protum in the other. But this is not working anymore. It's
What's the whole
just not.
difference between extras and special?
Not
Extra special, extra extra, special special.
exactly. It's
It's
a
the same thing.
fucking it's a synonym.
Yeah.
You could take out that line there, and yeah, just extra special. You're right. Yeah, just shit. But yeah, I don't. So I wish they would do something about that, because it's increasingly frustrating, and it's also causing me a little bit of an issue where sometimes they'll announce there's a sale for something, and I'm not gonna lie, I'll be like, shit, which tab is it in? And like, yeah, it's only a
Mhm.
second, but it doesn't need to happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, fix your shit, make it better. Rah. Oh, TID, I like cinnamon buns too. Yeah, cinnamon buns, cinnamon roll. Cinnamon's just good. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Whole lot you can do with cinnamon.
I'll be looking forward to making seeds that are spices too. That'll be kind of
Yeah.
a fun little exercise.
Do you think that the things we grow with seeds are going to be work the same way as troves will for our uppies? Do you think that our uppies are going to be like, I want 3 apples and we grow an apple tree? Is that going to have any correlation to the troves?
I think so. Yeah.
Because
I
like,
think they're going to have to make it more interesting than just a whole separate venue for sure.
well, I'm also thinking where do they go to get a coffee? They go to the cafe, sure. Where do they go to get the fire extinguisher? A lot of people are saying the firehouse. I still say the general store, but the point is they're going to some service structure to get it. Where are they going to go to get that banana or that apple? Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, of course you have the farmer's market, but it would make sense also if you have one of those things planted, if it would pop up there as well. So I hope that
Or
something
you
happens
have to get the apple from the elementary school.
there. Or hold on a second. They've mentioned in the past, and like relatively recent past, articles about farming being a thing coming up. All right.
That they have mentioned, yes.
So if we take the seeds and we plant the seeds on a farm and we grow the fruit and we hold the fruit there, and we still have these service structures like the grocery stores and the farmers markets, and that's where the troves are picked up, is it actually going to be more like a store and a distribution line? Is the farm going to grow the fruit from the seeds we're starting to get and send it to the grocery store to become troves?
I like the whole process change. I think
Yeah.
I do have a question though. Maybe you know more than I do. A nursery is not where you grow anything. It's not like a
No.
farm. Is
No.
Okay, so the nursery is just kind of like an incubation center where you make seeds. That's
Right.
really what it is? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, we have the nurseries, and then you're going to need a farm and probably a greenhouse somewhere out there too. And I don't know, some other things.
Yeah, I don't know.
Pigs, goats.
Now that's that. I guess what I should say is that's the way things are currently. Perhaps nurseries. So okay, we don't have planting as a thing at all. So I could be speaking prematurely. Perhaps when planting does become a thing, nurseries will play a role in that. Who knows?
Because the way the service structure looks, it kind of looks like a greenhouse. We're like
Exactly.
it looks like glasses.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And at a nursery, you do often, like in real life, you buy saplings, you buy baby plants, you know. But
Okay.
how I mean, because the first part of a plant of getting a plant growing is the hardest, and so a lot of you go to there, you get one that's already started, you go to your house, you plant it, and now your job is to just maintain it. So yeah, so maybe saplings are going to be the thing at nurseries, and you can just buy one of those, or you can buy a seed and try your hand yourself. I don't know. I hope that they do
Yeah.
provide this kind of in-depth like stuff, because I want more. I want more
The
Upland.
RTID is saying
More.
it should have been named Seedery, and nurseries grow things.
Right, exactly. But
Hmm.
I'm holding out hope. Maybe it's just the Yuletide spirit in me, but I'm holding out hope that it's only because we don't
Hmm.
have that phase implemented on the technical side that there's
Right.
been no
Yeah.
verbiage on the nursery side. Maybe that changes. Keep hope
We shall
alive.
see.
Keep it alive.
Do you think there's going to be much need for totems anymore, other than for the cycles remaining? Because it didn't really seem like you needed a totem that much for these nurseries
Yes, you do.
in
That's what
reality.
generates the seeds.
I don't have. I haven't used a totem once. I generate the seed by just going to someone else's nursery.
No. The every nursery that you've gone to and generated a seed has a totem on its property.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I haven't had to have a totem at all in the
Oh,
whole seed process. Yeah, you need
oh,
it to build a
gotcha.
nursery, but my point is that as far as the whole importance of a totem, just in general, yeah, to build a nursery, but
It's
just in general,
yeah.
to have like 20 totems anymore
I
is the
see.
only
I see.
reason for the remaining cycles, or is it just for that one nursery that you're building?
I see.
That's what I'm saying.
For
Hmm.
player Joe Schmo, right? Yeah, so for
Yeah.
nursery owners, obvious intrinsic value. For player Joe
Hmm.
Schmo, yeah, totem cycles, probably future, like events and whatnot. Because like we have the
But do
current
you
totem
think it's
cycle
going
that
to be
we.
important for farming?
Ooh.
If you're going to have to make pigs and things like that,
Did okay.
and cows and.
Well, that's what I'm thinking to myself. We've already gotten like there were 5,555 totems or whatever produced, and
Mhm.
um,
Some have been burned.
some of them burned. Right. But
Yeah.
but but regardless, it was a finite number, and that was it. Now
Hmm.
it's upland, so I'm sure they didn't commit to that being it of all time, or maybe they could just make a new one because that was totems with protems. These will be flims with stems, but right. A
Yeah.
rose by any other
Hmm.
name would, yeah.
Hmm.
So there's always a chance
Yeah.
that no, but yes.
Hmm.
Um,
True.
because you're right, we didn't get cows. We didn't get any farm animals at all,
Hmm.
did we? Besides goats?
No.
Like we didn't get sheep, cow, pig, horse,
No.
donkey,
Mm-mm. We haven't
donkey.
got any of that.
Yeah. So there comes a point when you think about what we did get: shark, dragonfly,
Hmm.
goat. Relatively
We just
exotic
got. Hmm.
animals, and specifically
Hmm.
non-farm animals. Could it
Yeah,
be?
just goats.
Yeah. Well, maybe they didn't view goats as a farm animal. Because aside
True.
from goat milk and certain pepperoni and the like, most people, at least in America, don't eat goat. Or at least
True.
they don't think they do. If you ask the average American, hey, how much goat do you eat in a week? They're gonna go, the fuck are you talking about? So right. Um,
Yeah.
Maybe it could be that they regard it as a non-farm animal. It could be that they've been looking this far like into the future to save the farm animals for whatever the STEM version of totems does become. I mean, I say but
Hmm.
yeah, protems and totems. We're getting STEM. I don't know what would you call it? Because I don't like phlegm. I don't
Uh,
like that.
like it'll be I'm just curious.
Eh.
Yeah, the animals. We got to get the animals somehow. I was more thinking of what was it? Uh, the science project. What is that called again? The species.io, the
Right.
partnership that Upland has. I was thinking that was going to be what would be the prototypes for all these different animals that we would then have in the farms that would be cultivating, our resources. And so that's kind of the direction I was thinking this would
Mm-hmm.
play out eventually. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, and TID is saying goat's actually like one of the one of the most consumed proteins globally. He's pretty sure, and yeah, no, that would totally
Mm-hmm.
track. That's what I'm saying. Like it's I'm only talking from perception. It's not perceived. But of course that also may be
Mm-hmm.
local here. Maybe I just live around a bunch of idiots. I say maybe, but we we're getting farms. We don't have farm animals. Would make sense that we're getting farm animals. So that being incoming
Yeah.
makes a certain amount of sense. How it would work, I guess it could work the same way that totems do in terms of nurseries. If you have one of these farm animals on your, farmland, it
Mm-hmm.
allows you the chance to generate a pig baby. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something.
We'll see.
But I do think it's got to be something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yes, and Tio's correct. The Beavers won, which, yeah, way to go, Angry Beavers. So anybody that picked them will be getting a flower of some beautiful sort.
Yay.
Yep. Uh, and yeah, so to recap a little bit about what we're waiting on now, we're waiting on the next stage of seeds. We're
Mm-hmm.
waiting on an already delayed Sparklet Wars. Waiting
Mm-hmm.
on
Farming
mayor's farming
and
far
mayor.
yeah,
Yeah.
farming. I'm honestly hesitant to include because it's only the word that we've heard. It's been like just like a whisper. But we're
Sure,
still
sure.
waiting on more on the mayoral parks and
Mm.
campaigns and all that. Which
Yeah.
don't forget Scooby for Hong Kong mayor. But we're waiting on that. Waiting on trailers for the semi trucks. Bridge from base to
Good luck on that one.
Sparklet. Yeah, right. See me.
London Pie.
Right.
3.14.
Boys, we're still waiting on a lot of things that have been firmly announced and are presumably like proper in the works.
Mm-hmm.
We're near the end of this year. This will
Do you
be.
think we're going to get boats? Because one of the things with
Mm-hmm.
Singapore is someone was highlighting there's one of the block explorers or
Mm-hmm.
something where it had a boat on it. And people were thinking there might be boats coming soon because of
Hey
it.
man,
There was something in the announcement.
I'd
But
love that.
we'll see.
I'd
Mm-hmm.
love boats because boats are cool, and it
Mm-hmm.
feels inevitable. It feels more a question of when rather than if, with how they've been approaching
Sure.
service vehicles, if nothing else. I mean, we have city
Mm-hmm.
buses. A ferry makes so much
Mm-hmm.
sense. So
Yep.
I have
Mm-hmm.
to think at some point. Yeah, but yeah, we're near the end of the year. Maybe next year
Mm-hmm.
we get more stuff. Or we
I
get
think that's a given.
right. I guess no. Yeah. Let me rephrase it. Let me rephrase that. I hope that next year we get more things that have already been promised to us, not more starts of new things that are being promised as we go along.
I like that.
We got a
Yep.
backlog. We got to get through
That's a
that
good commitment.
backlog.
Right. Yep.
Yep. All right.
I'm good
Well,
with that.
I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up there because I don't have anything else. Congratulations to all of the winners, and I'd like to thank my co-host Ernest as well as all of you fine people that are joining us each and every week, live or on your own time. We are the Upland Community Brain tonight. And every night. Man, I'm tired. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Look, be safe, everybody. I will catch you crazy cats and kittens on the flip side. Later, taters.
Articles, rumors, and hoods, giving away more than we should. Contests, debates, hot takes, every week till something breaks. Minting every city, collecting blue squares, praying to the gods that they'll be ultra rare. Racing, shopping, hunting, damn, there's lots to do. We'll cover everything we can on the Clue Crew. Think that there's too much to track? Well, we do too. Feeling lost or overwhelmed, we're here for you. So if you're here for the scoop, remember y'all, he's not your mother, not your lawyer, just a dog.